Welcome to our Rolemaster Actual play session. Twilight of the Old Order is a campaign set in the world of Duyranaki, the continent of men. In this gritty, cutthroat world, politics, religion, and commerce are all intertwined and reign supreme. Characters need to be both smart and ruthless to survive. We hope you enjoy our story, and, as always, may the dice roll in your favor. This is episode 151 of Twilight of the Old Order. The Twilight Party have again picked up the trail of their foes, the Committee for the New Age. We rejoin our tale in the aftermath of the combat with a huge 14-foot tall plate-armored creature and a very lucky shot from Taenya. Hello, I'm Chris, otherwise known as GM Chance, and welcome to our story. And the story is Twilight of the Old Order. Here are the 6 characters in play this evening. In a minute or so, in a very short minute or so, we're going to hand over to the players to quickly introduce their characters via a character development question to flesh out a bit more about their characters' likes, dislikes, past, etc., etc. Before I do my regular, habitual, it's just part of my patter, part of what I do, part of what I say, but sincerely meant thank you to our followers, our supporters, our subscribers, people who like, comment, ask questions, are interested in the story, or just whatever online. We're now chatting, either myself or the players are now chatting with a number of you online, fielding questions about the story, asking questions about the rules, and it's just great. You know, this is something we do in our spare time, it's something that we enjoy, something that certainly I'm very passionate about and I love, and it's a real thrill that other people from around the world are interested in the tales that we tell and are curious, like us, to find out what happens next. So thank you. Strong encouragement. If you haven't tick the like down below, we'd really love it if you do. Even more so, we would definitely love subscribe. The channel is growing little bit by little bit, but just a few seconds from you, literally a click of a mouse with a subscribe really does help the channel grow. It helps other people like you find our content. Thanks very much. Okay, no more further ado, we're going to hand over to the first player tonight to introduce their character, either with interpretive dance or perhaps more commonly as we do with some character development questions. And tonight we are starting with Graham. Graham, the microphone and the floor is yours.
Okay, first of my 2 characters, Severin. What event made your character question the morality? We have found some backing of sorts, not exactly financial, much to our chagrin, but from a group of individuals called the God, what are they called? The
Mon Men.
Mon Men, that was it. Went out of my head. A group of very wealthy and very influential people connected across, it seems, much of the known world. However, they are, as we learned, a really nasty bunch of people who actually actively not only conspire to make to increase their wealth over the poor, but actually seem to make it a point of trying to actually kill them as well, as much as they possibly can, in some sort of weird kind of ritualistic goings on that we actually witnessed firsthand, and I think probably, well, certainly Severin wondered what the hell they were doing, falling in with this lot. Answer: supposedly, if we share an enemy, then we must be friends. But it's very much a marriage of convenience, and we just needed their assistance, and we benefited from that in getting us to where we are now, as of the other party. But he doesn't feel good about it. But I guess it's needs must at this point. Second character, Taenya. Most satisfying victory your characters have ever had. I may have mentioned this before, but I think the assault on an agent's apartment in Jebairima, who went by the name of Kurvash Twilia, who was a regional kind of chief of the TPP. We planned and executed a assault on the apartment. It was hectic. It was really hard, but it kind of worked. And it was very satisfying for that to come off and get out of there nearly alive, mostly alive. Although there was quite a lot of adversaries there to deal with. And one of our number was unconscious, and yeah, it was hectic. But we got out. So yes, that one stands out. Right, I shall turn over to Anthony.
Just before you do, just a quick note. In case players are sitting there going, I don't recall watching that or listening to that. That was one of the many episodes and adventures that this party has had before we switch on the record button. So that was in real life. That was probably 2 to 3 years ago. So yeah, just a heads up. We've played a lot in this game that hasn't been recorded. Thank you, Graham. Over to Anthony.
Yep. For Askell, it's also the question: what event made your character question their morality? Well, it's not one event; it's ongoing, and it relates to his mistress and the tasks he has to do. And in his slightly younger years, it seemed like it's what he had to do, but now he's grown and matured to a grand old 26. He now questions internally himself around whether he should be continuing with this task every month. And I guess that's in part from joining the Twilight party a mere 3-4 months ago.
Yeah. If you want to know the exact amount, I can tell you. This is year's end. The first month. Sorry, yes, this is year's end. Askell, you joined the party 2 months ago, the 10th month, 23rd of the 10th. And we are currently playing on the 14th of the 12th. So yeah, a couple of months, as you said.
There you go. So a big influence. Twilight Party has been a big influence on his thinking.
In a short period of time, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been a busy couple of months.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Very good. Who would you like to hear from next?
Let's hear from Stara.
Stara.
So that question as well for Jada. There's 2 events that really made her question her morality. One I've already covered. Oh gosh, it affected me so much though as a person. When there was someone, I think it was the Mon men maybe, they wanted to kill an innocent person in front of us, and while I was trying to think what would my character do, what would I do, he got killed. I was spaced out for days just going, oh, should I have helped? Should I have said something? But then what if they killed us? And anyway, it was a very good thing to happen though. It really made me think about it. But the other one was another situation the GM put us in.
I don't put you in any situations. You guys just put yourselves in situations. I merely provide the set dressing.
Okay, well, it's happened twice. And this
Mere
one was
coincidence.
This one's possibly worse. I think it was me and maybe it must have been Tarquin. We went on a little mission to try and help Carrios from the hero party when we were all together. And I felt like nothing happened, but I felt like we could have helped her, but these people wanted me maybe to do something against my religion. I didn't know what it was. Maybe they'd say, here's some bacon, and I'd have to eat it. And I was really questioning, like, should I be true to my character? She's really religious. Would she do that? Or, like, maybe she would just save her friend, but then she's so religious, you know? The pain, but luckily we escaped that one. We just left. And I was freaking out. And again, the day after, I had to really think about it, like, what is the right thing to do? So, yeah, it's torture.
Interesting. It's
just
funny.
It's
funny how just a game, but can make you really mull on stuff, right? Like you do.
Well, what if I'd said, no, sorry, I'm not eating bacon, and she got killed, you know? Then all you guys are like, wow. Wow.
Interesting. Moral dilemmas. Maybe the GM should have to put in a few more of them, perhaps.
And trigger warnings.
Yes. Yes. Excellent. Thank you, Sarah. Pete, you're the last. We are waiting for just before we hand over to Pete. We are hoping that Giles, who plays Yotto, will join us. We're expecting. We have not yet seen Giles, so we're gonna crack on. Pete, with you and Nicholas, please surround us off.
Well, thank you. Inappropriately talking of mental torture. Here comes Nicholas. So, I'd like to answer the question. I'm gonna sort of soapbox, I think, or whatever the word is. What's the most satisfying victory your character has ever had? I'd like to talk about two, just because they're
sure
similar-ish. They both involve the spell called Transferal, which is when Nicholas changes his consciousness into another being. And more recently, and I think this was recorded when we were on Jewel Island, he swapped himself into a troll and walked it off a cliff. He finds that quite satisfying to sort of take something out with. I mean, it's not easy. He was risking himself quite severely, but yeah, quite a turning of the tables. And the other one is very sort of a similar situation. Well, yeah, we were the Twilight Party was doing a job for the Joyful Butchers, getting one of their generals back from O'Connor's stand in the jungles and on the island of Gaul. And we'd found our way to a secret entrance into this very well fortified base, basically. And we'd come to a secret door. Nicholas could sense some presences, and so he used the same transferal spell to shift himself into one of these soldiers on the other side of the secret door. And as it happened, behind the door of a locked guard room, which was very convenient because there was a system of ropes that set off alarms further back into the fortress. And so there was Nicholas using 0.5% action. And this incident is before we started recording on video. And there he was, one of two guards, now in 50% of action, one of two guards in a guard post, sort of behind locked doors. So with one of the most sort of nail-biting rolls of his life, he stabbed the other guard, I think, from behind at the back of the neck. He's not much of a swordsman, and managed to kill the other guard, and then disabled the bells alarm system, so that further into the complex they didn't know we were coming. And then rather gruesomely, as Nicholas's wand, in the body of the other guard, he slit his own wrists, and transferred back to his real body, which is a bit awful, because the soldier will have then found himself back in his proper body with not much time left.
A bit. a bit awful.
That's awful. Nicholas doesn't mind that sort of a thing. Especially if he can sort of keep it quiet from others, because he knows other people don't quite understand the necessity of those sorts of things. For
It's
research's sake, but that sort of thing.
Such a shame we weren't recording that one, Pete. It was a nail biter for me as the storyteller, and I know it was a nail biter for you as the player. It was a really, really well played, well thought out, and incredibly lucky session for you. It was a really good game.
There's a bit of grace from the GM to be able to pull that spell off. I don't think that would happen a second time where he didn't see the person he was transferring into.
I think I am thinking about it now, and I'm thinking I was a little bit generous there. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, rule of cool and all that, but yeah, that was Nicholas's greatest triumph, I suppose. Yeah,
it was a really, really good moment, and damn it, it's a shame that we hadn't switched on the cameras. Never mind. Very good. So, well met, one and all. These are the characters. We're still waiting for. We're hoping that Giles will be joining us. We're gonna make a start without Giles, and we'll just see where we get to. Pete, as per usual, you keep extremely good notes, and your attention to detail is excellent, and you have basically, by virtue of your competence, teleported yourself into the role of scribe, and you play the role of recounting what happened last time. And I realise it was a wee while ago, but wondered if we can turn on you yet again to fulfil that role, please.
Sure thing. Thank you. I think talking about taking good notes, I didn't last time. I took a single word down because it was too like, what are we doing? I believe, yes. So, but I do remember we started the session facing a rather large, I'm going to call him a metal guardian. So we were in the ruins of this Lord of Arcana complex underground. There he is there. Previously, we'd found a room of TPP, of our sort of enemy, basically, Garang soldiers, hiding in a room. Now, think about it, they were hiding and keeping quiet, and we didn't sort of stop. I don't know what we would have done if we'd stopped to think about it, but we had made a noise, and at the end of the previous session, there's the door to the room that's on screen, where these TCOS people are still have. I think we opened the door and they promptly closed it again now that this metal guardian appeared, quite sensibly. So there we were facing this 14-foot tall man made out of metal that he can fire a spinning metal disc off the contraption on his arm. So not easy. There he is there. The session basically was inspired, I think, by Jada. It was worked all the way around by Jada's inspiration and the use of the little item she had, which was the I don't know what it's an amulet of heavy metal. It's a something of heavy metal. Basically, you attach it to something and command it to become heavy, and it makes the thing it's attached to 100 times heavier. And Jada did an amazing job of attaching that to this metal man's torso, and that certainly slowed him down because he was doing 2 attacks per round, and he was big, and he was just lethal, absolutely lethal. So very, very luckily, the amulet of heavy metal being attached to him slowed him down and seemed to reduce his attacks as well. It did incapacitate him quite a lot. So thank goodness for Jada being able to do that, and she did a really good job of keeping her eye on it the whole time. She needed to keep that piece of the metal man's torso in sight, and she moved around appropriately during the whole time. We were doing all sorts of attacks on it. Let's tried some of his mentalism spells, didn't work. Taenya was firing, and Severin was attacking as well. And Taenya got in the shot with fantastic shot him through the face, and down he went. That was I think we were doing it sort of figured out that it was a numbers game.
Didn't actually go down.
Oh no, true. He slumped where he stood, actually. Luckily, because Severin was standing in front of him. So very luckily. Yeah, and so we figured out it was a game of numbers where just the more attacks we did, the better our chances of rolling a decent crit were. So good, I think. Yeah, well played there. So he was out of the fight. Well done, Taenya. We then moved into at the very last round, Nicholas had sort of summoned that bird creature you can see on screen. It's made out of gravity, the element that Nicholas associates with, and it's sort of doesn't look exactly like a bird. It's bird shaped, but sort of odd looking and probably a wee bit glowy. At the end of the session there, Taenya and Nicholas went to check on the other door, a door we figure leads further into the complex. Taenya actually ventured in there and saw murals, so we hopefully hear a little bit more about that session. Jada is going to be doing quite a lot of healing. I believe Taenya, Severin, and especially Haskell require healing. And we've also got to sort of address the men and the hiding men in their room. And the metal man, we were quite keen to take him apart a bit more in case he's got some sort of self-repair, regeneration thing going on. But I think that was all sort of happening out of rounds. I'm not exactly sure where we are, so that's perhaps a place to start.
Cool. Excellent. Great narration, as per usual. Any questions on that? Anybody want to add anything? Nope. Resounding success there, I think, Pete, in terms of summing things up. Right, if we're all sitting comfortably, if you're all as curious as I am to see what will happen next, let's start the game. So we are going to go not into rounds, but into turns, where you take me through, describe in the next, say, 4 to 5 minutes what your character's intentions are, and then we just play those out and talk those through. So let's start with Yotto. Yotto's not with us just yet. Haskell, what is in the next 4 or 5 minutes, and this would have been happening kind of after the fight finished as well. What are your plans?
So Haskell had gone and slumped down on the crates and asked for healing, so he'd be basically just wanting Jada to come over and heal him, stop his bleeding and healing.
Cool, done, easy. Jada, you in fact are next.
Call everyone over that needs healing.
What was that, sorry?
I'll call everyone over to me that needs healing, but I'm going to stay in sight of the big creature because I need to see that medallion for it to keep working. So yeah, let's hope it doesn't wake up again.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Nicholas, what are your plans for the next 4 or 5 minutes?
Nicholas is keen to help take the head off that creature, dismantle it somewhat. He will help where he can. He's not particularly strong. He will help whoever's doing that. And then he will, during that time, he'll also want to have his bird watching the door. So he'll definitely be splitting his attention there. And from time to time, if he's got to take 1 round out or 2 rounds out to help hold something or something, he would. Okay. And then once that's done, he would be very keen for us to deal with the men in the room.
All right, cool.
But also very aware that, and we'll discuss that as a plan once we come to it, once the metal man's dealt with.
Cool, sounds good. Taenya and Severin.
Tanya's keeping keeping an eye on the door from around the. She's at that corner there. That one where your mouse is, with an arrow trained on that door across the other side.
Cool, done.
Severin will, while Haskell's getting patched up, Severin will tie a rope around the neck of the creature, lasso it, and then with Nicholas's help, attempt to pull it backwards onto its back. But when it's time for him to be healed, he'll be healed. That would very gratefully.
Okay, sure. Okay. Hey, thank you. I've just received a message from Giles. He's just said he just missed it. He is going to aim to join us around 8 p.m. So in about half an hour's time. Do I have a volunteer for anybody who would just like to pick up Yotto in that time? Sorry, this is somewhat short notice.
Yeah, I can look after Yotto.
Thank you. Thanks, Anthony. That's very kind. I'll send you through. Do you have his sheet to hand?
No. Unless I vaguely remember him.
Yes, it is there. It's a bit further up. It's up in 29th of June.
Main game channel?
No. Oh no. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong one. Oh, you've got Grays. No, you don't have it. Hang on. Oh, I'll give it to you right now. Right now, thank you. That's a really big help. Yotto level 7 coming your way. Right. Now I'll give you a spells as well. Lovely.
I remember him. Oh yeah, I was thinking. Actually, no, I've got it. He sent it to me.
Oh, there you go. Doesn't matter. All good. You've got it twice. Excellent. Okay, so let's play this out. Taenya, bow trains on the store. Wait and see what happens. And okay, cool. Jada, what do you do with poor bleeding Askell?
Oh, there he is. So I'm gonna. Where's the big man? I can see the big man, right?
Yep, right then.
And Askell's next to me. Okay, so I'm going to stop his bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna roll. Could go wrong.
Yep. Stopping how or what's the
repair 3, which is cast that can repair wounds that bleed.
Lovely.
Yep. Oh, it's spelled. Yep. Blah, blah, blah.
Give me a roll.
When it says it can be spread over 1 to 3 targets, could I heal them all in one go? Or 3 people that need healing? If they're bleeding? Is that what it means?
How much is that? What's the description of the spell? That's probably the best way to go.
As cut repair 1, right? That caster can repair wounds that bleed for up to 3 hits a round total, 3 1-hit round wounds, or 1 3-hit round wound, or 1 2-hit round and 1 1-hit round wound can be healed. May be spread over 1 to 3 targets.
Yeah. So, if you're healing up to 3, and you've got a couple of targets, and the total amount they're bleeding is 3 hits per round, you could cover other people as well.
Wow. Okay, for now, just Anthony.
Sure.
Are the others bleeding, or they just concussed? Hurt.
No one else is
bleeding.
bleeding.
I think.
Yeah, just hurting.
Oh, okay.
So just to check, is Jada preparing, or is she just casting?
No, she's just gonna roll.
Wow. Okay. At -30 this roll. Give me a roll.
Like that.
Yep.
Yep. So I'll be holding onto his. It's a touch one, so touch.
Okay.
Wait, one arm around, concentrating a lot.
Yep. Give me a roll. So that
my incantations and that's not the right thing. Hang on. That is not right. Where is my dice? And it is 38.
38. So With 38, that would normally be negative 30 because you didn't prepare. However, you're touching him, which is 30. And what level is Jada, please, for her base spells?
She is 8.
8.
Oh, base.
Yeah, base spells is
Okay.
her level, basically,
Okay.
generally. So 46, that spell goes off.
Fantastic.
Askell, in the nick of time, Jada stops you bleeding. You are, not that you know this, but you're on 26 hits out of your 74. So you're feeling not great, fair to say. But you're no longer bleeding.
Awesome.
Cool. Severin, could you give me, a few rounds to take out a piece of rope from your pack, and knot it round, put a knot on, maybe check we won't probably bother with a rope mastery skill just yet. What someone could do, someone really handy who's in front of a computer that's not juggling lots of screens, could please ask ChatGPT how many people would it take to pull down or to topple over a 14-foot armor-plated, animated creature.
I'll do it.
Severin, can you just give me a super quick agility check just to throw it over this thing's head. You can throw it multiple times. Just curious to see how long it takes you.
Oh, sorry.
ChatGPT said 20 people.
99.
99. Brilliant. That is minus your moving an armor, but frankly, you didn't need it. First throw. Severin, you knot it, and you almost casually just chuck it up and throw it over this thing's head. Easy. So it's now, there's a noose of some kind or other, maybe not a good knot, maybe a bad knot, who knows, around its neck. What did ChatGPT say, please, Tara?
20 people, 20 to 50, depending on its exact weight, stability, and resistance. Proper technique and leverage could reduce it.
So Severin, you heave and you strain on this, and it doesn't budge.
Okay. What is this thing made? It's made of metal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's solid.
No.
Absolutely. So the armor that you can see on it isn't like a shell. It's actually the being, so that you can see those massive pauldrons, armor protection. A normal piece of armor would be a piece of well-crafted folded metal. Those things are solid. The whole thing is just one great big solid mass of metal.
All right. I don't think we should. I think we should move and do the rest of it. Well, I wonder if we should just move past its territory. So maybe we should move to flush out those guys now and shift on. What do you think, people?
Yep, sure.
Yep.
So Severin will often. Severin's got a agility of 94. Can anyone beat that? Assuming it's agility that's used to. Oh, actually, no. Tanya's much better, but
So these smoke ball grenade things,
yeah.
Chris.
Oh yes.
We had information on those. What was the information about how to use them and their effect, please?
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. So oh god. So much information. No. F. Let's see if it's here. Just might take me a moment. Yes, here we go. No. It's not helpful at all. Just coming. Hang on, I just need to find. Here we go. Antigos. Just going. Recap. Good home. There we go. Techniques.
Is it agility, Chris?
Just a second. Yes, here we go. Purple powder. Excellent. So these odd shaped purple balls, they look like just for both your benefit but also viewers' benefits. These things here.
Yeah.
You know that if you, from what you've figured out and from what you've seen, your adversaries use them, and it was mainly from the hero party on the assault and the water gardens. These are relatively they're robust enough that they and the size, by the way, it's about the size of a grapefruit. They're reasonably sturdy to carry around and be knocked, etc. But when thrown on the ground, they explode in a purple powder, and they seem to put people into some kind of enchanted sleep for a period of time. That's what you've noticed.
Yeah, but what stat do you use to throw? Is it agility?
Sure, but you're asking Pete. Sorry, two questions. Pete was asking what do they do, and I've just described what they do. Separate question, new question. What stat would you use for agility?
Throw them, I mean.
Yes, it'll be agility. Yes.
Right. Okay. Has anyone got a better agility than 35?
No.
Not me. Nope.
So I think we said, because we asked the others the radius of these, and am I right in thinking they said it was 20 feet?
You don't know, you've never seen them, but
we asked that specific question of them, like how big was the radius, and I think we got the answer 20 feet. But
okay,
was that correct? I can't remember.
Yeah, they might have said that.
All right. Can Severin do a memory check, please?
Okay. Give me a roll. Uh,
40.
Hang on. It'll be. It'd be a medium. Yep. 40. What's his memory?
+6.
+6. Can't quite remember.
All right. Someone else want to do it?
Can Nicholas please?
Sure.
100. 28.
plus.
I hope it's masked, is it?
It
was.
Is it masked? Actually, I didn't roll. Actually, I didn't roll Severin's masked. I should have. I didn't. And I guess because I didn't roll Severin's masked, I'm not rolling yours masked, but I should have. So no, the 28 stands, I'm afraid, Pete.
Cool. Yep, well, it's not going to work. Plus 24.
Nah, look, it was a while ago you spoke to these guys. They handed them over. They said they. And to be fair, probably did the hero team tell you they saw it in the middle of a fight? There was just a cloud of dust. They didn't probably sit down and actually measure out how far it went. But neither of you can recall how far.
Well, I think they were quite aware because I remember. I think one of my characters was just outside, so they would have had a fair idea. But anyway, one of them. But yeah. Does everyone else want to remember? All right, Taenya will try.
To do what, please? I still don't know.
Remember.
Oh, right. Yep. Give me a roll.
48
plus
5.
5. Yeah, between 15 to 20. It was some way.
15 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So how about plan, people? So Severin takes one of those. Sorry, Taenya takes one of those. Someone else can watch the door. That'll be good while she does it. And then opens the door. And then at the end of the turn, chucks it in.
Yep. Nicholas was happy to position the bird creature.
Oh yeah.
Giles! Nicholas
Giles.
had to position the bird creature sort of in front of the door to absorb any crossbow fire.
Good
and
idea.
then she ducks in at the very end to throw, right? And hopefully it'll scare them into firing against it.
Okay, yeah, so Severin would like to draw the door back quite a way so they can, and we'll get the rest of the characters out of the way, shoo them away if they're not in the wrong place. And then he'll chuck it in around the corner, but he's not going to expose any of his body into the doorway. He's going to just
Taenya was doing it, right?
Sorry.
Severin opened the door.
Right,
Bird thing moves into position. They can fire it. At the end of the round, Taenya it moves back a little bit. Taenya ducks in and throws the thing in, and we close the door. Sorry.
Yeah. And if
Sorry, Graham.
No, I'm getting confused. And then Jada and Askell, maybe if you could move.
Oh,
Yep. Get out of the way.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. You just.
Right around the corner, yeah?
Yeah, past Nicholas.
Yeah, right past. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Because we never finished the healing for Askell either,
Yeah,
did we?
true.
So he better get around probably around. Askell would probably go around and by that door behind Taenya. Yeah.
Jada's still got to be in line of sight of the metal man.
So if she goes to that, what about that pillar in the foreground, and just make sure that she's not she can't see the door, so the door can't see her.
Yep.
Okay. And before we go any further, hello, Giles. Good to have you.
Very nice to be here. Here are my apologies for being a little late.
No worries. All good. All good. Good to have you. Yotto. What is Yotto doing? Where is Yotto? Yotto was... Goodness. Where is Yotto?
There,
That's
in the
Yotto.
middle.
Yeah, that's right.
So the GM's just put you in the full view of the door we're about to open. The plan, Giles, is that we're going to open that door and chuck a smoke, like a grenade in, essentially. But we're getting everyone out of the way of the door when it's opened.
A sleep grenade.
Well, there's
And then
no
I'm
explosives in this world, of course, so this thing just breaks
Yeah.
on impact.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I guess Yotto doesn't want to be standing in direct line of what a arrow might come out of the door. Isn't he?
Sure. Where does
So-
he go?
I'm happy to be directed by party members who have been here. I apologise for being up late, but some of it's not in direct line, so if there's a position sensibly for him, it'd be there.
Maybe if you wouldn't mind going around the corner and watching the door, that'd be helpful.
Okay, I'll do that. Good thinking.
Cool.
And then Taenya would be by Severin.
Okay. Oh, you're that side. All right.
Yeah, and because she just wants to lean around the, she's not going to show her body. She's just going to literally just chuck it in the room with her hand and without exposing her body. And obviously, yeah, that's it. The bird.
Damn it. Yep. Okay, got it. So the bird's, we know the bird's standing there. It's just not behaving itself. Come here, you bastard. There you go. The bird is standing there. And Taenya, you're... Oops, come here. There you go.
And Severin will keep hold of the door, so,
Yep.
And then once, and then obviously they'll... so they need to keep probably some of their movement back, because they'll then move away from the door in case it spills out.
Sure thing. Cool.
At the end of the round, yeah.
Very good.
After the turn, yeah.
So starting the rounds, initiative. Escalating first, and then Yotto. Severin, you're ready to go. You're waiting for basically Tanya's nod when she's ready, and then you'll open the door. Correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So you get to that point, Taenya. You've got one of these balls in your hands. Giles, for your benefit, that's what one of them looks like. Severin, Taenya gives you the nods. You reach for the door.
Can he? Sorry, just a question. Can he split his action so he opens the door, then keeps the rest of his action until Tanya's thrown it, and then he slams the door?
Sure.
Yeah, he'd like to do that then.
Sure. Cool. Ready to go, and I was just about to say, and then you do what? Describe exactly what you just said.
Yeah. So Severin, he's sort of off to the side a little bit, opens the door, keeps a grip on it, opens it about halfway, and then Taenya reaches her hand round and at the end of the turn and throws. I guess she pauses for any missiles to be shot, and then we'll just sort of lob it around the corner. She's not going to look; she's just going to lob it into the room. And once she's done that, Severin would like to slam the door shut and then move away.
Cool.
Yeah.
Done. You guys are ready to go. Taenya gives Severin the nod. Severin, your considerable strength, you grab onto the door, and it doesn't budge.
Right.
It does budge, but it moves slightly, but there's clear resistance on the other side.
Well, can he do a strength maneuver to open it?
He can. He can. So, what is the best way to do this?
Well, I'll tell you what. He will. Okay. A whisper to Taenya. They're holding on to the other side of the door. He will spend the next round doing an adrenal strength, and then open the door. Does that make a difference?
Let's find out.
I mean, in the notes, adrenal strength, it talks about doing double hits and things like that. But obviously, I'm not attacking.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the best way to do this. So, just give me a second. So your call, Severin. The way we'd do this is it's not actually a maneuver, but we're going to use the maneuver chart. We're going to do it on a medium, and it's going to be your strength versus whatever is holding on to the other side of the door, trying to keep it closed. And based on the percentage that you get is the percentage of the door that is opened. So, for example, if you get 5%, then you've managed to get the door open a tiny bit. If you get it open 40%, you've nearly got it halfway open, and that percentage would then, and it's offset by whoever's trying to prevent you, or whatever's trying to prevent you from opening the door, based on your strength roll.
Yeah.
And that's the percentage that it's open would then affect Tanya's agility roll to try to. I know she's just reaching around and lobbing it, but there may not be much room. It may be a harder, it's a smaller target. There's more chance of the ball going astray, etc., etc., etc. In terms of the adrenal strength, can you read out the description of adrenal strength, please?
It relates to it only talks to it, I think, in relation to combat.
Yeah, but let's have a listen.
But hang on, let's have a. No. These skills relate to the development of superhuman effort. Using concentration of self-discipline, the character skilled in adrenal moves must prepare the round before. This is accomplished by taking a 20% penalty of the action in the prep. Adrenal moves may not be attempted in consecutive rounds, nor may more than one be attempted at any one time. Skill ranks and adrenal move must be developed separately. Each strength. This skill gives the character a +10 bonus on his offensive bonus, and doubles the hits he delivers. At the end of the preparation round, the character rolls 1 to 100, adds the applicable bonuses from table 7.14, which doesn't exist, and then adds his skill rank bonus. A roll of 101 indicates success, and the above bonus is applied to the next round. Failure means no bonus is obtained for the next round.
Okay. So it is specifically combat related, but I'm going to say, and it's about my readers, that's about giving us precise strike in combat, but I'd say they'll give you +5 to your strength. So half what it'd give you in combat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's about precise strike, is it? It's just summoning strength. Summoning it up for the next round, that's what it is. It's, obviously, your attack round is then rolled after your adrenal strength, if that makes sense.
Yep, +5.
Yeah. Alright, well, I might as well roll it anyway then.
Okay, sure. Give me a roll.
This is for adrenal strength.
Alright, 101 succeeds.
91.
Nice.
Plus 78.
And you can roll again if you like. I don't think you need to after that. Nice. Yeah, +5. Severin has a colossal strength of 40, I believe.
Plus 45, so now plus 50.
Nice. Okay. So make a medium. This is open-ended, of course. Make an even medium maneuver strength roll, and let's see what happens.
Wrong way around. 17.
17 plus 50 minus that. So Severin, you go and you are colossally strong, but I don't know, you just didn't pull your muscles in the right way, and you managed to get the door open about 20%.
All right, I'll close it again. Try again.
Okay. Give me a roll.
I won't bother with it. Obviously, can't do the adrenal again. So 75.
75.
That's 45.
45. Lot better. So you were just teasing them first time round. Absolutely insanely strong. Is our friend Severin. He's quite stocky, quite broad, but it's all rippling muscle. And you manage to yank that door, and you hear kind of stumbling from inside, and curses. You yank that 60% open.
Okay. Taenya, that he'll hold, and Taenya will lob F.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say I am going to say that this is again a medium, and you get the. I said before that the percentage that you open the door is applied the opposite in terms of how much the door's open. If it was open 100%, there wouldn't be an issue. If it was open 10%, you'd have negative 90 to your roll. This is negative 40 to this roll based on her agility.
Negative 40.
You got the door open 60%. It's negative 40 to the roll.
And what's my chance of succeeding?
So you roll on the medium maneuver. You roll high. You add on your agility. Negative the modifier because the door's only open partly amount. It's a stressful situation. She might ass up the throw, and let's see. She'll get a percentage chance, and she needs to roll under that percentage chance.
Okay. But I don't know how likely that it is that I will succeed.
Correct. If you roll really, really well and you get 100%, well then 100% you lob it inside, and presumably the ball breaks. If you get for argument's sake, a 40% chance, you, in your haste to chuck it through that small gap, you mess up the throw. You just simply, you throw it the wrong way, you stumble, you trip, the ball breaks at your and Severin's feet, whatever. So it depends on how well you roll.
To just confirm, I'm not lobbing it at distance.
Get it? Just chuck it around the door. Yeah,
I won't let go of it till...
Fully understand. You know what I mean. Fully understand. You're trying to chuck it through a short gap in between the door, and it's only open that amount. Severin's straining to pull it open. Someone else is straining to keep it closed. It's not an easy throw, is what I'm trying to simulate.
What I'm saying is, if I can't get into position, I won't throw it.
Okay. Cool.
Do you know what I mean? So she's not going to let go at distance. She's literally going to put her hand around the gap and let go of it. If, for her hand, so she's not throwing a distance. So if she's not in position, she completely throws. She won't let go of it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. So it needs to impact with some force, which means it needs to be a throw, which it's up to you whether you want to do it or not.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I was throwing this from into a hole, I get that, but I'm actually leaning around. My hand is going around the door, and then she's going to throw it. Do you see what I mean?
Sure.
Like jumping for a basketball.
And the door is doing this, and it's being pulled to and fro. It's a small gap, and as I said, you've got that. That's the result. So you can either choose to make the throw or not choose to make the throw.
All right. And then once she's thrown, they will run away.
Okay, let's see what happens.
79.
79, that's a good roll. What's her agility?
35.
Plus 35. Minus 40 is a 74. Taenya, you have, so the door's slamming, Severin's grunting and straining. It's not one person on the other side trying to pull this, it's two. Severin is so strong that he's managed to yank the door open with at least two people. And they're batting at Tanya's hand, and they're trying to stop her chucking stuff in. Taenya, you have, with that roll, you have a 50% chance, 50 or under, of throwing the ball in. If you throw the ball in otherwise, it'll go elsewhere. And
Well, in that case, she'll indicate to Severin to let the door slam back. That's not good odds.
well, hang on. And she's rolled the dice to throw it, so she needs to complete the throw. The 79 that you rolled was to attempt the throw. So she's thrown it, and she has a 50% chance of chucking it in the room that she wants to chuck it in.
Yeah, I'm not very happy about this. I gotta say, it's a more complex maneuver than I'm imagining. Well, that's not good, is it? That means there's half the chance that they're going to chuck this at themselves. Is that what you're saying?
You got a situation where the doors open about that amount?
Oh no, but she has a choice of whether. What I'm saying is, she has a choice of whether to release or not.
Yeah. She made a best guess and she rolled a 79. It's a good roll.
Well, not good enough. 50% chance on that roll.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I have to roll it, I roll it. What have I got to go up or below or under?
Under.
40.
40. The ball goes in. There's a
Release the
crash,
ball.
and you, just as Severin, you pull the door, as you let go of the door. Taenya, you see a splash of purple inside.
And run.
Cool. All
and
right.
Draw weapons if there's anything left, but I doubt it.
Cool. Right, let me check this. Okay. And okay, so Severin and Taenya, Severin, you close the door. We let it go basically, and it pulls through of its own inertia. You both catch the Taenya. You have to throw it reasonably hard on the ground, and there's a crack, and just the last thing you see is just a hint of purple as the door slams to. You rush back. You draw weapons. What do you do?
Can we hear anything?
Give me a roll. There's kind of scuffling inside. You can hear that, definitely. You can all hear that.
95 from Taenya on Perception plus 81.
95, cool. Cool. Yeah, just kind of cursing and spluttering from inside. And muffled speech.
Alright, so they're still there. All right, people, what are we going to do?
I reckon give it a moment for them to stop cursing.
Yeah, either we just go in there and knacker them, or we just ask for the sword back and say then we'll leave you alone. What do you think?
Did we throw in a stun type bomb, or is it just smoke?
Sleep.
It's sleep. Yeah.
Okay, in which case, don't we just want to wait and listen for thud,
Yeah.
thud,
Yeah.
thud?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah. If that works.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We'll give it a couple of rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear anything?
Noise has stopped inside.
Okay. We'll go back to the same positions that we were in before.
Mm-hmm.
Except Severin's going to have his sword out.
Yep. It's a bloody bird.
And Taenya will have her bow, and will actually position herself at the pillar bottom right screen. Thinking about it. Sorry, Severin will be open behind the door and open it, and with the sword out, Taenya will go behind that pillar so the pillar's between her and the door,
Mm-hmm.
and she will crouch to the right of the pillar with an arrow on a string, and we'll wait for the door to swing open, see what happens, and then we'll
Does
wait.
anybody else in the party have a bow? Because we could get 2 or 3 people with bows ready to shoot in there. They might all come stumbling out at the same time.
True. Severin's got a bow. Anybody else?
In which case, I mean, Yotto could open the door, or somebody else could. So both.
Yeah,
Severin and-
that'd be great if you're willing. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so let's do that. We'll play changing places.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything I should be aware, please?
Eskel wouldn't want to get involved. He's the bleeding stopped, but he's not been healed, recovered yet.
Obviously, you guys can
cast
do
your next
healing.
spell. Yeah.
Plenty of time to heal while we're doing this.
Yep.
I'll be preparing.
Yeah. So there's been 3 rounds so far, I think.
So what's Jada doing, please? Just talk me through her healing. What's she doing?
Oh, it's my turn. Preparing.
Okay.
So I prepared 3 rounds. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Are we doing it now? Always asking. Okay, so this is another hands-on one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, hands-on. Waving my arms around, and the dice roll is coming right up. Uh, 28.
Yeah, spell goes off.
Sorry, healing 5.
Yep. What happens? Spell successful?
Yep, heals high. 5 to 50 hits. So how many did you need, Aspel?
All of them.
Oh shoot, I did the wrong spell. It's supposed to be regeneration. Too bad.
I'm
All
happy
of
for you to swap it. No, all good.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yep.
sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. So, reduces hit damage by 1 hit every round.
Okay.
So we worked out Eskel needs to be touched for at least 8 minutes.
Okay. So are you? So
Cool.
So question is, well, people are going to be doing stuff with the door. Are you planning to remove yourselves for 8 minutes to do this? Is my question.
Eskel is happy to be. It's up to Jada.
Yeah. Got to keep my eye on that medallion though.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So we'll assume for the rest of whatever goes on here, Eskel and Jada are otherwise occupied. And at the end of 8 minutes, Eskel, you'll be back on 74 hits. Cool. So we have Taenya, Severin, and Yotto. Tell me what those 3 and Nicholas, if you're doing anything, please tell me what you're doing.
Nicholas will consult Taenya where she wants the bird to be, but he's happy to have the bird right in front of the door and to move in straight away.
Yeah, that
If
sounds
that's what
great.
everyone wants, and he'll be calling out what he can see.
Brilliant. Perfect.
Also, just wanted to check: is there purple stuff coming from under the door?
There's kind of residual powder that has come out. Not a lot, but yeah, there's a little bit, a bit of residue. Not that you're there, Nicholas.
But you could see through the bird's eyes. Oh,
No,
thank you.
Don't know about that
Bird's eye
detail,
view,
but-
mate.
Quite.
Severin will get his bow out
Yep.
and take a position also behind the pillar. So they'll be back to back. So one back to back behind the pillar. So there's the door is obscured. I mean, yeah. So right in behind the pillar, so that they can't see the door, so the door can't see them. If that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
And-
So they're this side here, correct?
So when they'll be back to back, so that they can lean out to the left and to the right if they choose to, but they're going to stay in cover for the moment till see what happens with the bird.
Okay.
And then Severin, as he departs, whispers to Yotto, maybe when you open that door, maybe run away in case some of the powder comes out.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess when everyone's ready, Yoru will kind of signal 3, 2, and then we'll yank the door open, having covered his face slightly. And then if the door, depending on the resistance of the door,
Yep.
you know, if it opens freely, he's going to scarper behind the far pillar. You know, if there's resistance to it, he'll be pulling hard. And when the door is open enough, he'll yell now or something like that. If there's resistance, so someone's pulling the other side, he'll keep the door open.
Okay. So
Giving enough of a pause.
he tries to open it, and there's definitely resistance. He'll need to try a strength check to open it.
I guess he'll do that then.
Okay. Cool. So let's rinse and repeat. Same process as Severin.
Exclamation D100. So he rolled an 80.
It's a good roll.
His strength bonus is 34.
It's 34. Wow, he's not a million miles off Severin. Yeah, there's definitely resistance on the other side. However, you gave it a really mighty yank, and you managed to get the door open about 70%. Yotto.
So I guess what he's going to do is hold it and give it a second, right? So the thought here is if they've got bows on the string and they're ready to fire, presumably when the door's open, they're going to let them loose. And then once he's sure that a second and a half has passed, if someone's holding it, two people are ready to shoot. Once a brief period of time is passed, he'll say shoot them or look now or something like that to alert Taenya and Severin to the fact the door is open. Or maybe he'll yell 75%.
Okay.
So people know the door's open in a good way open.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this would have to be like precision because again, you're firing through, or you're resisting yanking it with other people on the other side. There's no that you're aware of, no missile fire from inside. What do you do?
Nicholas would like to have the Whispling attack one of the people holding the door.
Okay. Cool.
I assume the bird sort of can't make an attack because it's too narrow, right?
Where is this Whispling that's just kind of that we haven't talked about already? And
it's in the room with them.
It is too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
So the Whispling can now see because there is light, not a lot of light. Oh, damn it, that's right. I had to pivot this, didn't I? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Creak! Because that stopped playing nice before. So it's probably about there is not a bad not a bad representation. Something like that. The birds, no, it would be too hard. The Wispling can see the following. I'm going to put it in your chat. What can you guys see? Just what I'm typing? No, it's the full screen. Yeah, what does he do based on that?
He would want to attack the spearman.
Okay, give me a roll, please.
Sure I'm in the right channel. Ooh, 80.
Good attack.
Plus 70 in a small batch.
Cool, just coming. $17, the small bash. How about that? It was already lined up. What was the roll again, please, Pete?
80.
Nice. Wallop.
See?
Yep, that's a good hit. 7 and an 8 crush. Roll the critical, please.
Ah. Always the way. The 3.
The 3. But it was enough.
What?
You, this little ball, and for any of our viewers that aren't familiar with the game, there is this tiny little ball of energy that you and I have chatted about online. People, we haven't actually spoken about quite how you got it yet. Yeah. And it rockets in and cracks this guy. This man here. He looks like this. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Here he goes. That guy. Cracks him roundly in the head, goes straight underneath. You can see that he's wearing a helmet. There's a colossal wallop, and he collapses.
Fantastic. He was already injured, wasn't he?
Badly injured.
Wow.
Yep.
10 hits did it. Oh, poor guy.
Killed 7th level.
Wow. Very good.
Okay. So if Nicholas has got action, he'll say, crossbow down, 1 holding door.
Bit more than your 3 words, but okay. Cool. So that is the end of that round. No, sorry, it's not. Let's see who acts first. So it actually, Nicholas, it would have been you. So Taenya, you get to act next.
Okay. She will have a peek around the corner with a bow and see if she can get a shot in. Can she get an angle?
Give me a perception roll, please, just to see if you've got a basically orientation roll, kind of peering around, just seeing if you've got a target. Give me a roll. 10% action. And it's plus 20 to the roll.
93.
93. Cool. What's
Perception is 81.
81. Yeah, and with that knowledge of where you're looking, etc. Yeah, she peeks around the corner, and one of the reasons I'm asking for the roll is the guy is partially this man here.
Yep.
Is partially kind of bending down, squatting down, keeping quite low, and holding on against Askell. So against Yotto. So Yotto's on one side, and he, now the sole person, but clearly the spear guy was helping him until the spear guy was felled by a ball of gravity, is kind of crouching down on the other. It's a somewhat of a tricky shot because the door is kind of flexing, so there'll be a minus to the roll, but you have a target. I'd give him a certain degree of cover, but make a roll if I'd give him 30% cover, but make a roll if you wish.
Okay, she's just going to use a +10 non-magic arrow.
Go for it. I would give you.
17.
I'd give you a flank on this though.
Oh, good. 79, and her bow and arrow together is 116.
Thank you. Yeah. He would have had a shield. No, he's holding on with both hands. He wouldn't have had a shield. 79. Whoops, not 116. Not 161. It's a little bit excessive. It's still a really, really, really good shot. So that is. So he's got the door kind of tugging to and fro. He's quite a small target. It's confused. It's hard to see. But Taenya, that's a good shot. Really good shot. 175. It does more than the maximum damage. So I'm just going to figure out what that is. It's a longbow. He's wearing that kind of armor. 4. Okay. That is a huge 28 in an E puncture. Does it do? It doesn't do an additional crit, but it does do an E. Roll the E critical, please.
$11.
11. 3 hits. Yeah, glancing shot. Next to act is Severin.
We'd like to do similarly.
Yep. So absolutely rinse and repeat. Peer around, see if he can, in the kind of the door moving and a lot of confusion over there, if he can actually see the target. And then based on if he's good, he does get a bonus on this. Make a roll.
Is he still hanging onto the door, right?
Yes.
This chap? Yeah, so he pulled slightly into the room, is that right? And it's the door that's wobbling.
Yeah. It's just a confused thing. Give me a roll.
Okay. 61.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 102.
For perception?
Oh, no, sorry. I need a perception to look at the door. Okay.
Just
plus 72.
plus 72. Cool. Thanks. Plus 30. It's an easy roll. It's basically to spot your target. You've just come out of hiding to see if you can see it. You spot him.
Right.
Yep. He's there. Make a roll. Make an attack roll.
91.
Nice.
Plus 102.
Cool. Same penalty as Taenya. He doesn't get a shield, of course. Does get from the door 15 for a flank. Not as impressive as Taenya because his skill's not quite as high, but it's still a very respectable 22 in an E puncture. Roll the E, please.
$75.
75. Don't think he's going to like that. So, Severin, you put an arrow through his lower leg. He screams in pain. and lets go of the door. Yotto, you nearly topple backwards, and he just basically sits down in the room with the arrow through his leg.
Great. What's I've got a little bit left on my round, right?
Correct.
Severin will move to Yotto.
Mm-hmm. So you've got 40% because you peeked. You had a quick look to find the targets, so you got 40%. Yes. What do you do?
He'll move to Yotto.
Mm-hmm.
And call out to as he does that to Nicholas. What can you see?
Okay. That is the end of that round. Initiative for next round. Yotto, the door has suddenly you've just seen and heard twang twang from both Severin and Taenya. You've heard two gasps of pain, one more substantial than the last one, and suddenly there is no pressure on the door. You have complete control over this door. What do you do?
So I guess the door has swung open, right?
It's kind of like you were pulling it, and then there was no resistance, so you've got control of it. You can open it up entirely if you wish. You can close it. You can do whatever you like to it. Nothing is stopping you from opening or closing this door.
Okay, I guess he's going to draw his weapon.
Okay.
There's no ditchy.
Mm-hmm.
And take a 10% peek around to see what he can see.
Sure. So you see, so that's 30% of your action gone. You see this man lying on the floor with an arrow through his leg, and he's just sitting back. Where's my camera? He's just sitting back, clearly in pain, a huge amount of pain. You don't know, but he doesn't have any immediate weapons in his hands. He doesn't look as though he's particularly keen on fighting anymore, but you don't know, of course.
Can he see? Has this guy got one or two arrows sticking out of him?
Oh, he's got one.
Okay, can he see the second person with his quick peek? I think there were three in this room.
Yeah, so peeking inside, you see, like, just by this guy, you see this man here, either unconscious or dead, lying slumped right next to him. And then further at the back, draped over some crates, is this guy.
Draped over some crates.
Yep.
Like a curtain, Chris.
So what's that? Draped over. Yeah, exactly. He's collapsed. So.
Okay, in which case, Yoda's going to use the last 70% of his action to try and chop this dude's head off.
Okay. So this chap here is kind of sprawled over this barrel. The spearman's not. So the chap with the axe is sitting right in the doorway. The spearman is unconscious or dead or whatever, right there. You step around the door, like it's no distance at all, and you attack this person sitting on the ground.
We're good.
Now, sec, just give me 1 second just to set up the combat. Just 1 sec. Just going to change screens for a smidge. There we go. Yotto steps in, and with 70% action, make a roll, please.
60.
60.
Correct.
Yeah, he doesn't make any attempt to parry your blow at all. He has no shield, doesn't have a DB. He's downed. You do him. more than maximum damage. You do him 24 in an E/critical. Unfortunately, there's no additional crit. Wasn't quite high enough. Roll the E/critical when you're ready, please.
Yay! 15.
15. That'll teach him. You give him 4 hits. That's it.
Thank you.
And Yotto, you are now standing in the doorway. Severin.
I guess he'll drop his bow, draw his sword, and see if he can reach past Yotto just to stab the guy.
Okay. I'm going to give you a minus because you're pushing past Yotto in a tight space, but you can attack him. Give me a roll, please. That'll be at negative 20 as well because you're drawing an attack.
29
Mm-hmm.
plus 152.
5-2. That's with his non-magic broadsword?
Yes, it's magic. It's got the same bonus, but it's not the same sword.
Got it. Cool. Sorry, what was the attack roll? I missed that.
29.
29?
Plus 152.
Yeah, cool. So as mentioned, there is it's hard to squeeze past Yotto, so there's quite a bit of parry on that. Oh, quite a bit of deflection. Oh, he doesn't get his shield, and he doesn't get his DB. Yeah, 14 and a D crush. Roll the 14, please.
Man, this guy's got a lot of hits. $54.
Blow to chest. He gasps in pain. Another 10 hits. And he's looking... If he was looking appalling before, he's looking barely conscious now. Like he is reeling all over the place. You think a strong breeze is going to knock him down.
Cool, thanks.
Next... Yeah, he puts up. He looks at both Severin and Yotto's directly in front of him. Severin, you've kind of reached around and kind of slugged him with the sword. He just puts his hands up. I surrender, please. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Well, that's compelling. We could question him.
Nicholas, you're next. Your little whistling has just felled somebody. What are you doing?
The little death whistling. It's going to attack him from behind.
Attack him from behind? Sure thing. Give me a roll.
It's the whistling can't hear.
You have seen him put his hand up, of course. You can't hear anything.
35.
35. Nicholas is out for blood. 35. Facing is from behind, plus 35. You do, he doesn't get his shield, he doesn't get his DB. You do maximum damage, which is 7 in an A, unbalance. Roll the critical, please.
Oh, 83.
83. Solid strike, 12 hits. Add plus 10 to your next roll. You should remember that, Nicholas. Considering he had one, count them, one hit point left.
Wow.
You slay him, Nicholas, and he goes down. It's killed
Yikes.
9th level.
It's me. Sorry, fella.
This is what the room looks like. Lot of spider webs in here. This one hasn't been open for a very long time. And yeah, just the three of them. And your sword, Severin. Quite obvious, quite easy to find. What do you do?
Are we in round still?
I think we're out of rounds. Oh, I didn't even click the special battle music. Never mind. Yep, what do you do?
Well, if Severin will take his sword, quick conflab. Do we take the unconscious guy with us to question?
The crossbowman.
Yeah,
How badly wounded is he?
well, he's unconscious. He's probably.
Anybody got smelling salts? Do we have any way of waking him?
Well, no, I don't. I think we could just carry him out of here. I just worried if that creature. I just want to get going. Really, I don't want to.
Okay.
Anyway, Severin will pick up his sword
Done.
and sheath it and pick up the other dude, the crossbow guy.
Yep.
And has he got any other weapons on him apart from the crossbow?
Yes, he does. He has a hand axe and a dagger.
Right, I'll remove those from him.
Mm-hmm.
And first, and then carry him out towards the others.
Okay, job done. He's taken outside. He's completely out cold. He is definitely breathing. You can make that out.
All right. Well, let's. Should we get out of here? 'Cause I just want to get away from this creature.
Agree.
Same.
Even if we just go to as far as the corridor and shut the door and do the rest of the heat, and just check out that room that he came from. I just don't want that thing to wake up again.
But we need to take the metal thing with us, right? We don't want to...
Yeah.
Medallion. Yeah.
Taenya will go to the door.
Which door? I'm assuming the door out, but please tell me.
The door that she went through before and had a look at the paintings,
Yes.
and just listen at it ahead of the party.
Okay. Oops. Askell, that's taken about 6 minutes, so you're mostly healed.
Cool. Thanks for that.
But not totally. Okay, so carrying unconscious crossbowman, not the X guy. He is very dead. Can go back there. What are you doing with your bird, Nicholas?
Bird's coming with, so Nicholas is moving at 50%. But I'm guessing the whistling is probably its time is up. It's got 70 minutes with it, and he summoned it before summoned it at the spider webs.
Yes. Yes. Not.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely fair.
close-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll bring the bird along because he's running low on power points.
Okay.
So
Sure.
that's what he's got at the moment. I assume Jada can move whilst touching Askell. Asking on their behalf.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so you are going up to the door, Taenya?
Yeah, just have a listen.
Okay. Give me. Where is Taenya? Yeah. There you go.
Well, she rolled a 2.
Yeah, it's must. Could be amazing.
Let's hope so.
It could be.
Can't be worse. I mean, to be a bit perverse about if it was transferred and was a 1.
Could be. Could be. What's her skill?
Perception.
Yep.
81.
Sorry?
81.
8-1. Cool. It's quiet. You can't hear anything.
Okay. I guess we'll get in some semblance of order. Obviously, Severin's carrying this bloke.
Mhm.
What do you think, people? Do you think we should move on?
I'm happy for Severin to have dragged this guy out by himself. Even though Severin is massively strong, this chap is a burly,
All right.
5 foot.
Okay.
It needs some help, definitely. Yosso or somebody else would need to help Severin carry him.
Shouldn't we find a safe place? See if we can wake him and question him. I mean, we don't want to be carrying him with us, really. I wouldn't have thought.
Well, should we just put him in the webs over there for now and just check out what's ahead of us?
Yep.
And then come back for him?
Yep, give him a good
Yeah, I
slapping.
think someone to guard him. If he wakes up, we either need to pop him on the head.
There could always someone to keep an eye on him with a bow or something while the others go ahead.
Perfect.
Okay, so remind me, that door opens outwards or inwards?
It opens into this room.
Okay, Taenya will just ask if someone else could open the door, and she'll just put a bow on the door with an arrow on the string just in case.
Okay.
If someone would mind opening it.
Sorry, before this, Nicholas will cast presence. We'll let the party know he's happy to cast presence.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Give me a roll.
52.
92. The spell
Sorry.
goes off. Sure. What's the range, please, Pete?
A second. I'm just checking. These are between levels. I can't remember what it is. 7. So 70 foot.
Lovely. I'm just going to do a quick GM check. Just a sec. 70, you say? Oh, interesting. Not quite. Cool. Very good. Okay. Okay, coming back to the map. Nicholas, you detect, so in addition to the 7 of you, 6 of the characters plus your captive, I should say, you detect 2 other presences.
Thank you. Nicholas will convey that.
Thank you.
One is curious.
Don't like that at all.
It's quite,
Okay, convey that too.
it's quite faint.
Jada, could I?
Oh.
How quickly could you do some healing, Jada?
Oh.
Is it coming back to life? Do you think?
I think so. I think the faint presence is that robot man.
Did you manage to take its head off?
I reckon we try harder.
But, didn't someone have a warhammer or something? We bash its freaking
We do have a war.
flatten its head.
I think
So
we just
Yotto has a warhammer. I mean, you'd be happy to go to work on it.
no. I
Flatten
think
its head.
We'll just run away.
we should just get out of here. If it's just going to come alive again, it's. I think we need to just get out. Don't you think? You could spend ages smashing that thing, and nothing could happen. You know.
But once it comes to life, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Jade, have you got any healing you could do within a round?
Yeah.
It's just that both my guys could do with something, but I don't want to really
whoa,
want to wardle.
whoa.
The one of oh, uh-oh. What?
The map was
Jody,
going crazy. That's what the woe was,
yes,
I think.
Yes, yeah, no,
Oh.
sorry. The GM was just getting very excited with his map.
Jody, did you pick up the medallion?
No, I was watching it because just in case it woke up.
Might be a good idea just to grab it.
Yeah, and then it's not heavy at all. Yeah, I've got some healing I can do. Got that healing 5, but it only will heal however many I roll.
GM's just going to head out, grab a drink.
Shall we leave that medallion on till we're really ready to go? Because if we don't have a plan,
I
and
wonder-
it might wake up and then.
It only lasts for 10 rounds, though, doesn't it? So that's already expired.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Oh, true. I
Yeah,
really
but
think, why can't we have a go at taking its head off? Someone climb up it and start whacking on its head? I mean, maybe isn't it just a matter of damage? Number of hits done? I don't know.
By the time we've done that, what it might come alive again. I think it
Finger
could
and
really
toe.
easily kill quite a few of us, and we can't slow it down again.
Once per day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just
Going to chase us from behind. I think you're right, Graham. The choice is we try and dismember it, in which case we all got to have a go at it, hard and fast. And I apologise for being late. I don't know how hard you guys tried. I think we've got to bail, and if it does come alive, we may be being attacked front and back. And think about what that might mean.
So we know that people have gone on ahead through another entrance, right?
Correct.
So we got a choice here. Either we go through that door, which is we know where it came from, right? There are 2 other doors off that. Now they presumably link through to other parts of the complex.
And it makes very little sense. Okay.
Well, we could go up and then take one of the other entrances down.
And if we know that big beastie came through this door, at least to my mind, it's pretty illogical it would walk past other characters who may have come in before us to come and get us. Like, there just doesn't seem to be any sense in that, is there?
no. So it might be clear, but there's
So we know
probabilities are it is.
we know that it's got. We know that it's through this door on the right and to the immediate. There's an opening where it came from. Right, there was a light in there. That's where it came. That's where it lives when it's resting. So
more than one.
there might be. Or we go back out, take another one of the entrances, where we know presumably the others have taken another entrance, right? We know they split up. We know there were footprints to one of the other entrances, right? So one of 2 things has happened. Either this is the right entrance, and while the creature was killing some of their party, the rest of them ran away and got past it and went in the direction we're going. Or secondly, they got in by another entrance and got past it that way. And I guess we don't know which. So, I mean, we could risk going through that door in front of us and running onwards, but obviously we could get to a dead end.
I think we need to at least look at the pictures.
GM's back. What do you do?
Okay, well, someone's going to open the door for Taenya, I think. Anybody?
Yodo's getting increasingly skilled at door opening.
Great, thank you. She'll have an arrow on, if you could do it quietly, and he'll, and if there's someone there, she'll shoot it.
Okay.
You're a little bit further away than she is right now.
Is the door open inward or outward, Chris?
It opens inwards.
In which case, what Yodo will do is, put the Mickey cloakery thing in and push the door in. He's not going to step into the room. And then step backwards so he's, undercover. Oh, so that's opening inwards to us. Oh, that's fine. In which case, he'll open the door.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Taenya, you're back here. Yotto, you've dumped your captive on the ground. Because I haven't heard anything yet about him. Jedi, you're still good touching Askell. Nicholas, you're somewhere. Severin, you're somewhere. Door opens. There is nothing there.
Okay. Well, Severin wanted to put the guy in the webs. That's what we said last round. So, in the webs there.
Okay.
So he's just going to lay him into the webs.
Okay. Chuck him
And of course, if the robot comes alive, they might have him to deal with first. So so he's sticky.
Yep.
And then Tanya's going to move forward and have a peek down the corridor, perceiving as she goes.
Cool. I just realised that perhaps due to my fog of war, that a couple of bits and pieces didn't show up. So just excuse me for 1 second. Here we go. Oh, yep. There we go. That's it. Cool. Strange. Go. Lovely, lovely. Coming. Let's. Yeah. And that one's lit as well. Okay, good. Alright, the door is open, and on the other side, as Taenya, as you had described, there is a painting, what is the phrase that I had used before? Oh, for God's sake.
Mural or fresco?
Fresco, thank you, for God's sake. On the tip of my tongue. Yes, there's a fresco directly opposite you, Taenya, as described. But absolutely no sign of anybody else.
Okay, well, she'll leave the others to look at that, and she'll just indicate that she's going to sneak on.
Mm-hmm.
And she will just, with a bow, arrow still on her bow, she's stalking, and she's just going to have a quick peek down the corridor, head out, head back in, both ways.
No,
if it's clear, she's going to creep down the corridor towards the opening on the left.
Okay, sure. Give me a stalking roll, please.
$72 plus 103.
Plus what, sorry?
134.
Cool. She thinks she's pretty quiet. She moves down the corridor, and she bypasses one large fresco here. There is a door at this end that I previously described. There is a door at this end that I previously described, and there's more frescoes down here. And she sneaks down here and peers into this room here. Correct?
Just a quick head peek in, out in initially.
Okay. Could you give me just a quick kind of perception roll just to take in what you see, please?
9.
Could be amazing.
Plus 81.
Okay. You glance in, you glance out, Taenya, and what you see is a reasonably large room. It's got a couple of desks. It's got it's got 3 cauldrons. One of them's upturned at the far end, and it's got an open door on the far wall. There's nobody in it. There's no one in this room, and there's paraphernalia. There's torn, ripped, burnt books, etc., scattered around the place, and there's a very large statue in the room, but there's no sign of anybody.
Okay, she'll poke her head back and take a fuller look.
Okay, sure. Again, just let me reveal a bit more of the map, which means I need to go to this view for a second. The other thing I meant to mention is two lit braziers.
Okay.
In here as well, and that's One of the reasons that she can see so well. Cool. So, boom. Gonna go to Taenya Cam in a second. Damn it. Why does it do that? There we go. Cool. That's pretty good. Coming up on your screen, on a screen near you right now. There you go. So that's Taenya standing in the doorway. She's not. I realised she would have been peeking around the corner, but just for argument's sake. And this is the room that she sees. There is a cabinet over here. There is a bookshelf. There's a stray book here. There's this very large figure, statue, huge figure. There's a column, you can see there. There's another column you can see there. There's a table here. There's what looks to be like almost a couple of workstations with beakers and vials. There are a couple of fireplaces at the end, and on top of the fireplaces are two anyway, and one has been cast aside, cauldrons. Chairs tipped over there that you can see, and then there is a door partially open here, and again with light coming through here, and again frescoes up on the wall, a fresco I should say up on that wall there, and a fresco up on that wall here. Other objects in the room, other things in the room. Oops. There's a table with some strange... Oh, why does it do that? There we go. It's so irritating. I make a nice map and it bounces around all over the place. With some kind of skull or something on it. Oh, I'm just being told I should lower my voice by the natives. Some kind of skull on there and scroll case, a couple of scrolls scattered around, and these strange... you see them lying on the ground, these strange fractured tiles. They look like glass tiles. They're broken. Just lying scattered around.
Can she use her tracking skill? Is this been recently ransacked in her view?
No. And just to finish her view, that's the doorway at that end. The other doorway down here, and that was the door open that she and her companions have just been in. I mean, hard to say for sure, but yeah, she doesn't think so. There's a lot of dust and filth on all of this stuff.
The any trace of the figure coming out of here, the big metal man? I mean,
give me a tracking roll if you want. Sure.
Yeah. 50. Tracking 67.
There's blood here. So there's blood spots coming down this way. Oh, and there's a skeleton there too. Blood down here. Oops. Oh no, what the hell did I just do? Hang on a minute. Okay, we'll just avert player's eyes, please. There we go. Sometimes these maps can be very temperamental. Let's just take... Where did Taenya go? She goes. Damn it. Sorry guys, I just had to reset that. There's Taenya. Just a second. Great piece of software, but can be very temperamental. Okay, let's try that again. So, back to the map. So there is blood down from that doorway, down there. Fresh blood, or reasonably fresh blood, and has gone into the room that you're in. No sign of any blood in here. And there's a mass of footprints down this corridor. There's dust, etc., which has been churned up. Quite a number of normal human-sized feet have traversed this area, and definitely one set of footprint, or several sets of footprints of a very, very large size. You're assuming the very large creature that you felled. Second skeleton, I should have said there as well.
Came through that door there.
You don't know about came through that door, but you've definitely seen a few of these very large footprints in this area. Here, and here.
Okay. All right. I don't know if you want to pop back, see what the others are doing.
Sure.
Or
Sure.
we'll keep going with Taenya, either way.
Well, yeah. What are others doing? We haven't actually jumped into a private chat room, so I've just kept it open. What are people doing back in the other room?
So if Eskel's all healed, he's
He
obviously flexing, my gosh, I'm feeling good. And then just, really discuss where to from here.
Cool. Yes, he is now on full hits. Thank you, Jada.
I'll ask if Severin or Taenya want to get healed, and if they do come over.
Severin will be happy to do that. Thank you.
All right.
So Severin, you're on 150. Sorry, you have 150. You're on 104. So 46 rounds that would take, divided by 6 is about 7.5 minutes to fully heal Severin. If you're wanting to do the regeneration spell. If that's what you want to do, tell me, or if you want to do something else, tell me what else you want to do.
I'll be doing the healing 5 for Severin.
Okay, cool. Give me a roll.
First roll is 97. He's fine now.
He's fine. Yep. How much do you heal him, please?
The next one's not a D100, is it? It's something else. Is it 5D10?
That's it.
Here it comes. 28.
28. Cool.
Better than nothing.
Not bad. Severin, you're on 132.
Thanks, Jada.
How many times has Severin said that to Jada?
A lot.
Game? Yeah, a lot. Very good. What do others want to do, please?
Nicholas would consult with Taenya, stick his head around the door, and consult with everyone, and see if the coast is clear for us to enter the hallway.
Can you guys just hold for 1 second, please?
So somebody needs to go and get the medallion if we're going to leave.
And what are we doing about the dude in the webs?
Just leave him there, I reckon. I think we've got to keep moving.
Okay.
Personally,
You don't
if
want
that
to
thing
chop his head off? Stick a
Yes,
sword in his belly?
We could do, but then he might just be, if he's stuck in the webs, he might be useful kind of distraction for the Metal Mickey.
Well, that's the balance, isn't it? Is he going to get out of the webs and come after us? He's going to wait there for this dude to come back?
I don't know. Whatever you think.
Or find his mates.
Which way do you think we should go?
Waiting in reception. Well, Nicholas wants to examine these pictures first, because I think there's something to be learned there.
Okay, so what about, should we search the room that Tanya's in?
Yotto will whiz back. He's tall and quick, so he can zip back, grab the medallion, and he'll have a good hard look at the big beastie to see what he's up to.
Good idea.
The medallion's on the beast, right?
Yeah, just grab it, come back quick, shut the door.
I'll just grab it and bail. And obviously, if it's moving, I'll let you know.
And then if Nicholas is looking at these inscriptions, then maybe the rest of us could search the room that Tanya's in. and then
Yep.
let's move on. Any sense of direction?
Same direction as the blood.
Nicholas can do another presence once we're close, right outside that door before we open it.
Okay, you totally can too, actually. But yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
I don't know what that is. Please tell me.
Sorry. So Nicholas was inquiring of Taenya if it's safe to enter this hallway. I mean, he looks to her for direction. So once she pops her, because she was popping her back in, wasn't she? She was checking on us. So
Well, if she sees Nicholas, she'll beckon him in.
okay, cool. Nicholas wants to take as much time as he can. Don't know what the plan for the others is, but he's going to look at all the frescoes. He's going to sort of memorize them, an understanding of them. He's not taking too long on any of them, but he's studying them as quickly as he possibly can.
Okay. So, pardon for the screen that's jumping around, guys. Unfortunately, just when I go into that view, it is quite tricky, and I don't think I have an alternative of how I can do it otherwise. So there's one here. This one here is a party or a festival scene. Faded image shows a gathering of figures, some holding vessels and instruments. Some kind of feast, maybe, not sure. This next one down here, I'll just read
The
out.
figure's oversized. Just
Yes.
with all of them, I'm assuming. Yep. Cool.
Yes.
Thanks.
And with actually no, that's really irritating to do that. So there's 1, 2, 3. Is he looking at all of the ones down here, and the one in this, the two in this room?
He will check with Taenya before going anywhere, like going towards the door, and check with. So I think other people are going to be doing other stuff in the other room whilst he's there. So yes, he will. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So yes, first one as described. This one here. Now sometimes, guys, the images that are up on screen don't always match with my description. So sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This one here, highlighted here. A group of elegantly dressed women, barely discernible, and some of them, by the way, are in relatively good condition. Some of them are really, really hard to see. The paint has faded and chipped away. Yes. So a group of elegantly dressed women, barely discernible, stand in what seems to be an ornate, decorated chamber. Just one thing to note with all of these figures, they seem tall. Also, all of the accoutrements in here, the table, the overturned chair, again, this doorway, which is open, and there is, by the way, light coming through this doorway, through here. The overturned chair, the desks, everything else, they're just a bit bigger than normal. So, yes, human-sized, but for very big people. Going on down the corridor, oops, where is Nicholas? There is actually, unfortunately, when I reset it, there's actually a fresco there and a fresco there. So I'll just do this in order. This fresco here, highlighted, is very, very hard to make out. It's actually, sorry, this fresco here, very, very hard to make out. A group of people standing around mixing something in 3 great vats, perhaps. This one here, there's a lot of things going on in this fresco. It's extremely faded, very, very, very faded. And there are 2 groups of people. One on the right, dressed in armor perhaps, and with swords. They have large, misshapen heads and ugly, bulging eyes. These people are either collapsed on the ground or falling, possibly dying. The group on the left are the same very tall, beautiful people you've seen in the other images. Very hard to make out, but some might be carrying quite long objects, perhaps trumpets or horns, maybe. And the weather in this image could be very bad. There seems to be storm clouds in between the two groups, or not. It's very, very hard to make out. Over each one, by the way, I should point out, over each image, carved into stone, are some words. In the center of each fresco. Hard to make out. Not so hard to make out, but in a language that, as far as I'm aware, none of you know. But I might ask you to run through your languages in a second. But as far as I know, none of you speak it. Going down sequentially, this image here. Some kind of battle scene with a chariot. The faint outlines of horses and a chariot amidst the chaotic battle can be seen. This one here, dancing or praying figures in the fresco seem to sway, but their purpose is unclear. This one here, yeah, people lying down, eating and drinking, people reclining on couches with vessels and plates beside them. And this last one here, a man in a chariot holding a wreath. A noble figure rides in a chariot, a wreath raised in triumph above them. You think. It is hard to make out each one. And again, as mentioned, there is a plaque or a sign over each one with lettering in a language that, as far as I know, none of you know. I would like you each quickly to rattle off which languages you know, please. Pete, may as well start with you.
Nicholas knows Westron and Duyranaki written.
Cool. Thank you.
Is this written?
Yes.
Haradanian, Shia?
Mm-hmm.
Shia? South Tongue, Westron, Alborinian, Taenya, Duyranaki, and I can read runes, and I can delve stones.
Cool. Thank you.
Taenya, Kenya, Bethter, Sindarin, Tongue of Turon.
Cool. Okay.
Severin, Maltana, South Tongue.
Cool. Yosso and Eskel.
Sorry, just looking at the page. Lything, Vesterins back, the Duyranaki, South Tongue, Sindarin.
Cool. Thanks. And Eskel. Hello.
Oh, he's
Eskel.
gone to the loo.
He's gone for a comfort stop.
Okay.
Hey, does delving mean like? I know it's not reading a language, but it can tell what a purpose is. Could it look at that and delve into the purpose of what's written without reading it? Nah, not really. Pushing my luck.
Is this a skill?
Yeah, it's a spell. Delving.
What does it say?
Well, there's lots of them, but it can be like an item's purpose. Figure out the purpose of all that writing. That is.
Right. I reckon we should move.
Okay.
So, Chris, while Nicholas is looking at those things, Yodo will tell everyone what he's going to do. Before he does it, what he's going to do is zip back to the big dude and get the medal
Okay.
of very heavy stuff. And when he's there, he's going to give the big dude a big perception, see if it's still motionless or if there's any whirring or clicking or movement or quaking. The other thing he wants to perceive for is to see if there's any bits that look particularly delicate or fragile.
Sure.
Something that might actually be smashable.
Sure thing. Give me a roll, please.
Yeah, 20 useless. 22.
Remember, it's must.
Oh, thank you. I do like you, Chris.
What's his skill, please?
48.
He really can't see anything that's particularly breakable on this guy.
It's so intricate and yet unbreakable. In which case, what he's going to do, and he is pretty intricate. And he's not. This thing's not moving.
No.
At all.
Mm-mm.
No whirring, no sound. Cool. He'll grab the medallion.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle back to the crew, and he'll report back. The thing still looks dead as dead.
Sure. What do the rest of you do, please?
Taenya would like to creep across to the door that's open across the other side of the, and perceive and listen, and have a quick peek.
Sure thing.
Out and in, really quick.
Give me a roll for listening, please.
1.
Remember, it's masked.
I have.
What's the roll? What's her perception?
That's why I wasn't weeping. 81.
Yeah, you hear this, and there is light coming from within, as mentioned, and you just hear the crackle of more braziers inside.
Gonna quickly have a quick peek, straight back again.
Sure. Okay. Again, I'm going to remove to here while I do a bit of sneaky GM stuff.
We're waiting for that to happen. Yotto would ask Nicholas if he's seen anything that looks like a grey elf on the. That's the only thing I want to know on the frescoes you've been looking at.
Cool. Nicholas is happy to answer.
Hard to say. There might be some elves there, but it's you're not sure. You think these beings, whatever they are not elven.
It'll do things.
Okay. Taenya.
Yeah.
You. Oops. No. You peek your head in, and this is what you see. Oh, why did that brazier not go on? That's strange. There is actually a brazier there, not just some ethereal kind of...
I like it.
Yeah. Some kind of study area, again with just slightly oversized items, a desk, cabinets with all kinds of things. Most of them are smashed and broken, and that's about it. Just hang on. Except for a door, another door, which is also open, which also has light coming from under it.
So rinse and repeat, then please. Creep over, perceive, poke head.
Yep. Oops. Damn it! Why is that not opening? There we go. Can you tell me her languages again, please?
Tanya's. Kenya, Vestur, Sindarin, Westron, Tongue of Turon.
Okay. Cool.
That's the written ones, obviously.
Oh no, spoken as well.
Oh, Meltama, Northron. Well, yeah, Tongue of Turon, a little bit of Meltama, Northron, Westron, South Tongue, Sindarin, Bethur, Kenya.
Thought she spoke Thebronic as well. Maybe not.
She is, I think, the only one of my characters who cannot.
Okay. Okay. Give me a perception roll, please.
6. Rolling some humdingers.
plus 80 something or other?
81.
81, cool. Alright, she doesn't hear anything.
Quick head poke and back.
Cool. Just to check, I'll just go back to all characters. So Nicholas, you're in this room, is that right?
Over to you. He would have started in the hallway and made his way around all the frescoes. So depending on the timing of that, he's where he is.
Okay. And
He would have brought the bird with him, by the way.
Okay, cool. And other characters, please. Where are they?
Severin would have moved into the corridor, and by the archway, not in that room, but in the archway, probably wouldn't have got much further.
Okay, cool.
And he's aware that he's noisy, so he doesn't want to get too far ahead of himself.
Sure. And Askell, Jada, and Yotto, please.
So Yotto would probably be dawdling a little bit behind Taenya at this point, so if she gets in trouble, he can help out.
Great.
Yeah, maybe not quite that close, but yeah.
Cool.
Oh, she's not there. She's in the other room.
Yeah, just about to move
Oh,
in.
good point.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay.
So yeah, probably be like in the doorway there, Chris. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. And what languages does, just out of interest, can you tell me read and write? What languages does Yoko read and write and speak?
It's Loaithing. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Loaithing, Vastenspec, the Bronic, South Tongue, Sindarin.
Cool.
Apologies for my appalling pronunciation.
Nice one. Cool. Thank you. And Askell and Jada.
Sorry. Oh. Askell would be hanging around. Probably looking to see to follow down behind Yotto.
Okay.
And or may just stick together.
Yeah. Cutlass out again, I should say.
Yep.
Oh, good point. Same with Yotto. Nice work, Ants.
And Jada?
Where shall I go? Who needs healing next? I'll stand next to them. Who needs me next?
Taenya does, but she's just sneaking at the moment. She's just,
Yeah. I'll just stand by Askell and Yotto and get my quarterstaff out.
Okay.
I missed. Did we get my necklace? I can't remember.
I've got your heavy thing. It's not a necklace.
Yeah, it's a medallion around my neck.
Right, so I would have given that back to Jada, Chris.
Thanks.
So yeah,
Cool.
not interested in hearing something
Got it.
stuff.
Jada, just to note, by the way, when you say get your staff out, you always have your staff out because it's a
Of
big.
course I do. It's
Yes.
not in my pack.
Exactly. Cool.
telescopic.
Telescopic. All right.
I wish. Yep.
Cool. So a little bit more GM reveal. Okay, there is yet again another brazier lit in here. Structure that other brazier. Oh, there's the other brazier. The Phantom Flame. There we go. Just coming, folks. There we go. That's pretty good.
I mean, all these doors being open might point to the fact that the big guy came this way, right? Maybe. But I think we're right. Maybe follow the blood.
Yeah. But I mean, with these braziers on, it means obviously there's been activity in these rooms. I mean, don't know why braziers are on. This is all.
Well, I mean, the fact
We're
that
having to assume it's magic, right? We have to assume that these are sort of like auto lights, I guess.
true, but there is a few of those little discs that they smashed on the floor, which we know that Torvash's gang are keen on, right?
Possibly those ones. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What I'd like here. So Tanya, you open up the door.
Oh, the door's open, isn't it?
Sorry, you make the door more widely open.
Oh, okay. I was just intending to look, glance through.
Yeah. So you glance through, and you see a utterly trashed, quite small library. There are a lot of torn, ripped, shredded books, and this is you here, and a lot of torn, shredded, ripped books, and also tiles on the ground. When I say tiles, they look like that. There are a few intact ones, you notice, but a lot of books. And yeah, just a lot of detritus. There's a lit brazier here, but one thing that absolutely captures your attention is a very large pool of blood here. You can just see it where the cursor is. And there's kind of a gap in between, and the brazier is in between there. One set of bookshelves and another set of bookshelves.
Right. Do I think there might be a person there?
You don't know, but there's a lot of blood there.
Okay. She'll sneak forward and just get a better angle.
Cool.
Right. Sneak. I guess sneak to the side. Still
Cool.
got an arrow on the string.
Cool. All right. Give me a stalking roll, please. And Yosso, you'd said you're following Taenya up. So
Yeah, so Chris, I think before Taenya goes in,
Mhm.
Yotto might ask if she wants him to sneak around the other side of the bookcase with his sword out, and he'll do whatever she thinks is best.
I think she'll just have a quick look if that's all right, and just before, rather than us having to roll two stalk rolls, she'd have a quick look and then she'll come back. $88.
Yotto, what do you do? Do you do anything different?
He follows instructions.
Okay. Cool. And what's his stalking?
134.
Cool. Okay. Great. So
If she sees a leg or something, she'll stop.
yeah.
But she's going to aim her bow
Yeah,
at...
hang on, just give me a second, please. Just give me a
All
second. Yeah, Yotto and Taenya, join me in chat room 1, please. Nice in here, isn't it?
It's a bit sparse, but...
Right, you guys don't have the map, but you'll have the map in a second.
There's just no blood in here. Oh, there
Okay.
is now.
Okay. So So, Taenya, you open the door with Yotto very close on your heels, and yes, indeed, there is a figure lying down. You just catch a glimpse of somebody. You think they move ever so slightly.
Okay, I'll go back to Yotto.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll, if we need to withdraw, if we think we're close, and I'll say, I think that there's someone alive.
Okay.
Injured. I think there's alive in there. Someone injured.
Cool.
Well, I think Yotto would say, let's investigate.
Great. So you both respectively head down, and this,
I'm suggesting it. I think importantly,
No,
Chris,
that's
just
a good
when you're
idea.
in here, he'll do what Taenya thinks.
No, that's good. I think that's a good idea.
cool.
But have you got a bow?
No, he'll have his sword out.
Okay.
So you turn the corner, and there is a man, a very beautiful, good-looking young man. He looks like this. He's got just a sec. So you see this man lying on the floor, a younger, good-looking, dark-haired man with his right earlobe missing. Ignore the image. And he has a prominent, old, white scar from his right ear down the right-hand side of his neck. His face has been cut, horribly cut, with a fresh wound that's still bleeding across the upper part of his face. As a result of this terrible injury, both eyes have been completely destroyed. He can't see. Thank you. The cut has exposed the bone of his skull to the left of the remains of his left eye. Yet it is not this wound that seems to concern him so much as the stab wound in his belly. He is coughing up blood, and you notice a purple tinge to the mouth and purple smears around his mouth. He either hears you or senses you before you can act or speak. He just seems to frantically start ranting. He seems desperate to communicate a message. And Taenya, unfortunately, it's in a message that you don't understand. What is
Yotto?
What is Yotto your Thebronic, please?
It's 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's yeah, he kind of is it's coughing something, and
Okay.
he's definitely speaking in Thebronic, but you don't know what it is. Yotto, you can't understand it. Not enough.
Taenya will go and get Severin and ask Yotto to try and memorize what he's saying, even if he doesn't understand it.
Okay.
Severin's Thebronic is 6. Is anyone better than that?
While he's gone, what Yotto will stay in his filtered Thebronic is something like stranger, we're friends, you're wounded, I understand only little.
Yeah. Could you make a communication roll, please? And
If you're doing it trying to
Taenya,
charm him, but
while you're heading out, you're off to get Severin. Get it.
second,
Actually, Taenya, could you literally go out, tell the others that you're collecting Severin,
Yeah.
and then come back in again, please?
Okay, so his roll is 48. I think he might have been trying to use. I'm happy to take your advice here, Chris. I thought he might use his sort of charm, but if this is just straight up communication, I'm fine with that. Which either.
Yeah, it's straight up communication.
Oh, there's 48. I don't know how I work out what his communication
Yep,
skill is.
I do.
Thank you.
So he has 2 ranks in that. It's masked, of course. Plus.
And of course, he'll say, I also speak Lothang, I speak Vastan I speak South Tongue in those respective languages.
Okay.
And there's a chance this guy speaks those languages.
Just 1 second, please.
Sorry,
What's his now? He's got 2 ranks. Is that right?
I don't understand. Oh,
2.
yes, he speaks at 2.
Cool. Okay. So he knows a few words. Cool. And what is his reasoning and memory combined together? Thanks.
Divided by 2,
Mm-hmm.
it's 13.
Lovely. Yeah, so this man he's really not paying you any attention. He doesn't even seem
Great deal of attention to him, Chris, doing my living best to memorize everything he says.
sure.
I brought a friend.
Yeah. Okay. Does Nicholas speak Thebronic?
Yeah, he does to rank 7.
Okay. So Severin and Nicholas, you definitely make out. Yotto, you really have got no idea that he just keeps on kind of ranting and gurgling. Stomatus, is that you? Stomatus. And this is the person up on screen, Pete, that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So the description is as follows, and he was quite quiet initially when Taenya and Yotto found him, and he didn't say much. He just, in fact, Yotto, you thought he had passed out, but he kind of has a second wind. He's looking awful. But when Nicholas and Severin come into the room, he kind of recovers a little. To explain for Nicholas's point of view, you see this man lying on the floor. A younger, good-looking, dark-haired man with his right earlobe missing. Ignore the image that you see on screen. And he has a prominent, old, white scar from his right ear down the right-hand side of his neck. His face has been horribly cut with a fresh wound, which is still bleeding across the upper part of his face. As a result of this terrible injury, both his eyes have been completely destroyed. The cut has exposed the bone of his skull to the left of the remains of his eye. Yet it's not this wound that seems to concern him as much as the stab wound in his belly. He's coughing up blood, a lot of blood. And you all notice, in the reasonably good light in this room, and this is the room that you're in, by the way, Pete, standing around this man lying here, just almost curled up around the brazier. He's coughing up a lot of blood, and you notice a purple tinge to the blood and purple smears around his mouth. Again, he's kind of aware that you're there, and he seems delirious and really not with it. Like he didn't really register anything you said to him, Yotto, at all. Kind of aware that you're there, but he just seems frantic. And now, for whatever reason, he kind of passed out a bit before Yotto. He seems frantic to communicate something. And he says as follows, in strangely accented Thebronic. Stomatus, is that you? And he coughs more blood and shudders. And he seems, as I said, he seems delirious and he doesn't seem to register much. He goes on. It was cough, cough. Keegan, I mean, it was Torvash Papillus. He's killed me. He found me reading the Orthorax slate. The recipe, he found me before all the screaming began, and he coughs again. And he coughs. He got so angry. He got so angry. He called me a traitor. Cough, cough. He said I wish to steal the glory, his glory, the secret of the devil dust. He's killed me. It's tricinine poison. Slow acting. But there's no cure. I'm dead. There's a pause, and he takes a really long, pregnant breath in tortured lungs. There was no purpose, no reason for this mission. He took the slate, he smashed it, and he kind of indicates one of these smashed, broken pile of slates, you're not sure which one it is, lying next to him. He took the slate, he smashed it. He didn't come here for a better recipe for the dust. He knows the recipe by heart. The man's voice now is getting quieter, but his voice is still urgent. He came here to destroy the very last existing slate. The very last recipe that exists. So that only he is the surviving one. Cough, splutter, shudder around his neck. He wants it all for himself. He wants the glory. He wants to show them on day zero that he is the best. His voice is now very faint. You have to bend down. But now frantic. Very frantic. He has to communicate this. He is so jealous. He loves the cause too much. He coughs again. More blood comes up. He wants too much glory. Wants too much approval from the Pollock Committee. Always seeking their approval. He wants approval. Wants to show that he's the best, and he coughs again. You must go to him for me. He'll move very fast now. If you can't find him on the way back to our lands after this awful place, either seek him in one of his 3 holds to the south, and he coughs again. Not many days from the star's grave. His secret sites, where key ingredients of the dust are made. Faldon Paladis of Kantos knows these sites. Go to either one of those, or go directly to the star's grave for day 0. Very urgent. Go to him. Go to him. Go to him for me, my dear Samatus. Promise me you'll go. And he reaches up towards you, grasping at you. He's killed me. And he coughs again. I love him. And the man shudders one more time, and then lies still.
Thanks.
So presumably that was his lover.
Seems likely. And presumably he's one of Torvash's party.
Oh yes. We knew that he had a favoured lover. Sounds like it could be this chap.
Mm-hmm.
Got his name somewhere. Right.
Nicholas will repeat everything he's heard so that other people have got a chance to remember it.
And we're going to write this down and memorise it. I'm sorry, I've been running all over the place. I'm in a weird part of the house to try and let the boys sleep. Has someone noted these things down? Because we've got places to go if we can't find them here.
I've made a beginning.
GM can send you a document.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
There's no way out of here, is there?
Not that we can see. I mean, unless you want to search.
Let's explore, push books, see if there's any other way out of here apart from the way we came in. And if not, we've got valuable information. We need to find...
Fact, doesn't it? It looks like it's already been...
It's been smashed. It's been destroyed by Torvash Papillus, one would presume.
Yeah. Okay. I reckon we go back to the others.
Yeah, we need to get the party together.
I think we definitely take the AL slate, though. We definitely take that one.
All right.
Yep. No, it's of course a smash, but we take other ones that are intact, and if we need to, we can wave them at Capillus and say, this is the Aethoric slate.
Good.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
So we take a few intact ones if they're possible.
Yeah, there are. I'll tell you, there are.
Good thinking, Pete.
Nice
there
thinking.
are 16 in total that you find that are intact.
Take them.
Excellent
Need too much
thinking,
time.
Pete. And I
Right.
guess we'd look around for anything else that might seem helpful, Chris, if there's anything else intact or what's useful.
Any objects on this guy? Any, like, what's he wearing? Rings, amulets, bracelets, swords?
He's got a sword.
Money hats?
He's got a short sword at the side and a dagger.
Oh.
Are you allowed to perceive the PowerPoint multipliers?
We'll pick, Seven will pick both of those up. We'll sort them out later. And then we'll yeah. Shall we go back and regroup?
Yep.
As we pass through the room there, is there anything of interest in the cabinets that have been ransacked? Any items that have catch other than books that catches anybody's eye?
Scrolls.
Yeah, in all seriousness, Chris, I think Graham and Pete, maybe we want to go and get everyone and have a good rummage around this room and then get going. We want to look for things of interest, things that might be magical objects, because others might see things we missed, right? I don't really want to do 1,000,001 perception rolls, but we go.
While we were doing this, Tanya's going through the other room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's, rather than change rooms and have to redo the map and the audio, could you ask Askell and Jada to join us, please?
All right, I'll go.
Thank you.
So, in all seriousness, Chris Yotto would have a good hard look at this guy, looking for magical items, see if there are any. Maybe there's a crazy opportunity in this.
Okay. Give me a session roll, please.
Sorry, I just have to bob between two different pages because I'm too dumb to figure out how to do this. So 20.
Mm-hmm.
Did that work?
I don't think we've ever done this.
Makes sense,
Exactly
right?
one.
Abandoned
His
the main
perception-
game.
Mm.
Oh, what happened?
What's his skill, please?
You're 48.
Okay. What's he looking for?
He's specifically looking for items that look. I mean, he's magical, right? That look like they might be imbued with magical properties. That might be of interest to the magical members of the party. I mean, the thing he is particularly interested in is something that's going to increase his magical capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he is most interested in. But anything that's obviously imbued with magic, he'd want the magical members of the party to come and have a look at and opine on.
Sure. In this room, as described initially to Taenya, torn, ripped, burnt books. Not many of them, a few. Several hundred smashed and destroyed, ground up slates. That's probably the most intact you'd find. Most are in dust form. You do find, what did I say? 16 intact slates with writing on them, obviously, I should have said. Again, in a language that none of you can read. In this room, Yotto, no. That's it for this room. Jada
And as we leave, sorry, Chris, just before I forget, because I will, as we leave,
Mhm.
I mean, he'll be doing the same kind of look-see for every room we're in, unless we end up in a conflict.
Sure. Askell and Jada, you rejoin. All of the party assembles. What are you doing?
I think we're at 10. We're at 10. If that.
Yep. Leave it there.
Maybe.
But with
We've got a few decisions out of us, haven't we?
could you maybe fill Askell and Jada what happened anyway, and then we'll sign off for the night.
Sure. Yeah, Taenya crept in. Could see a dead body. When it got Yotto, they both went in. He was rambling something in his death throes in Throbonic. We went to get Nicholas, who can speak Throbonic, and basically this guy mistook us for one of his party, and we think he is Torvash Pipelas's favorite or lover, suspected. And he said to Nicholas, I'll let Nicholas say, well, I didn't hear it, so Nicholas will tell you what he said.
Oh, okay. So the room is full of smashed slates, which are red, and I think the material we learned is layan, which is particularly expensive, or I don't know. Anyway, it's a precious metal. So he said that Torvash Papalas had killed him, had attacked him, and poisoned him because Papilas found him reading the Aorthorix slate. And Aorthorix is the other name for devil's dust, and that's what Torvash Papilas, we thought, was coming here to learn a missing ingredient for. So he has attacked his lover or whoever, and his lover has figured out, or it says, that it was a wasted mission, because then Papilas smashed the recipe slate, the land slate for Aorthorix, smashed it, because he already knows it. He already knows the recipe and wants to be the only one to know the recipe, and that Torvash Papilas is far too dedicated, dedicated to the cause, and he just wants the approval of the Pollitt committee. He's jealous. He just wants all the power for himself. Yes, and the reason for the mission is that it was a waste. He didn't want to. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it was. Did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, then that. So he was imploring the person he thought we were, his friend, to talk to him, and try and reason with him, basically, in one of his 3 secret places. And we need to talk to someone called Caldus of Kentos, who knows where they are. And there's sites to the south, near the Star's Grave, basically. So it's given us places where Torvash Papilas will go to next. And that he was going to leave this place very quickly. So that's our cue to leave very quickly, I suppose.
I guess so.
If that helps.
Yep. Reckon it is.
You're in the wrong place.
Well, just a bit low.
Oh no, it didn't come to the wrong place, just for the wrong reason. He didn't want a missing ingredient, he wanted to smash it, so he's the only one to have the recipe.
A lot of effort, though, isn't it? Jesus. Right. I guess we'll, come up
that
with a
robot thing
plan
was
for next.
guarding this secret recipe
Yeah,
and all these weird
Guarding.
things.
you're guarding the whole place, I guess.
Mm.
Interesting.
That's where we leave it for tonight, folks. And
Super.
just before we sign off, this most likely will be the last video for a bit, for a very exciting reason, because the Twilight Party coming up in person. We're going to be meeting. Hooray! We're going to be meeting in Auckland, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, as we do each year. We'll be filming for 2 days, for a total of 4 videos, 2 each day, and it does tend to take quite a while doing the edit at the end. So it's going to be the last video from us for a bit, so hang in there. But your next fix of Twilight of the Old Order will be coming to a screen again in the not too distant future. There we go. Wrapping it up there, guys.
Cool.
Roll credits.
Roll credit. Thanks, Chris. That was great.
Excellent. Please you enjoyed it.
Oh my
Wow, we're getting closer.
goodness. Yeah.
The information about the person you just found is now both in Discord. In Discord and also in WhatsApp. for your
Bonza.
reading
Oh, yeah.
pleasure.
And if
Very
anyone
much.
wants to read up, if they go back to Ningwen's notes, I'm pretty sure that's where there is details about who this bloke probably was.
Wow.
Thanks, Graham. Great memory.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And
Thank
lastly,
you, Chris. And again, apologies everyone, and to you, Chris, for being late. I'm really sorry.
all good, Josh.